Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Mental development is key. Mental development is key. Let me read something from my book, Nice Guys and Players, Shoot, this was, the fifth printing. Yeah, I like this one. This one was dedicated to my grandmother. May her soul continue to rest in peace. But let me read something from it. Wait a minute. Let me get that right chapter. All right, this is a chapter I call Mental and Spiritual Development. Right? I'm not going to get into the spiritual part. That's a whole other conversation, deeper conversation. But let me read something here that I wrote. Quentin is confident and aggressive. He has a buff body, dresses well, and has a well-paying job. Shoot, this man attracts many women to him, and he is able to wine and dine them, and is in great in bed. I mean, he got it all. Shoot. Quentin is a Mr. Goodbar. Despite everything Quentin has going for him, he can't keep a woman for the long term. Quentin is able to satisfy a woman's physical and material needs. When it comes to deeper philosophical and spiritual issues, Quentin is lacking. Quentin can't discuss issues deeper than his job, sports, and the hottest music and TV shows. Women find relationships with Quentin to be shallow. Despite Quentin's sex appeal, women begin to look for men who can satisfy let me get this chapter right. Their mental needs in addition to their physical needs. Many women keep Quentin as a sex object and nothing else. Quentin, despite the attention he gets, is tired of the situation. He wants a full relationship with a special woman. Look, I'm gonna tell you what. I know there's plenty of guys, younger guys especially. Oh yeah, they like, oh, what's wrong with that? Yeah, we'll get laid. But look, let's be real. After a man has been with enough women, especially a Mr. Goodbar, because I told you when I first got this book out, it was plenty of Mr. Goodbars who bought the book. Plenty of them, because they were tired of it. They were getting plenty of women, but they were just tired of it. You going in and out of beds with different women. Yeah, it's something great if you're not doing it, but trust me, after you've been in bed with the 20th, 30th, 40th woman, you're like, man, I want something more. But then mental development is key. See, unfortunately, you get some guys out here, they think, well, women don't carry anything beyond the physical. Yeah, they do. Women have dual sexual needs. Understand that. That was the whole point. That was the whole point of Nice Guys and Players. They're like, sometimes when a woman puts a man into the friend zone or just wants to hang out with him or something like that, but not sex, it ain't that she's dissing him or anything. He's satisfying her on a mental level. See, women have those dual needs. See, men might want to just deal with a woman physical, or at least immature men. But women definitely, you gotta hit them both mentally and physically. Indeed, that's why you do get some men, they can hit the woman mentally and then take it to another level sexually. They have both those needs. That's why some women, that's really a deeper reason why some women will have two men. They'll have that man that can take care of the mental needs. And that's go beyond just, keeping the bills paid and all of that. That good friend or something like that. But then they'll have that guy who can knock them out the box. Ultimately, women want both. Now, a man, let's just be real. Even beyond women, a man want to develop his mind. He don't just want to just go home and do all of that. The man is supposed to develop his mind. Ain't nothing wrong with being a thinker or being able to hold that conversation. Sometimes you can stimulate a woman just by the words out of your mouth and you speaking on something intelligently. And I know that personally. Personally, I've had some women who, if you ask them how does Rom look or something, they'll be like, well, he all right, but I just love hearing him talk. But it's stimulating them on a mental level. And like I said, it goes beyond just getting women, just going through life, period. What can you think about? Because if you limit it in which you can have a conversation or what your knowledge is, you're actually hurting yourself beyond getting women. You're actually hurting yourself. Because you going through this world, You gotta have your mind, because your mind leads anyway. Your body follows, you know? And your mind, I did a video saying, masculinity is forever. Car video. Your mind is forever. Your mind is even more so, your ability to think. And I don't mean, when I say think, and when I talk about mental development, it's not the information you have. Like, you get some guys, they feel like, well, I got this degree and stuff. No, you got some information that you were able to memorize and repeat it back to the instructor in a way that got you a good grade. Okay, fine, you have some information. How are you applying that information? And what happens when you come across a situation that wasn't covered in a class or something? Like I said, I've said several times, more men need to have some common sense out here. Common sense is intelligence, though. All of it's intelligence. If you know how to explain quantum physics in Mandarin, okay, that's intelligence. If you know how to navigate human relationships, that's intelligence, you know? If you know how to like maneuver something politically, when I say politically, not like, voting or something, but maybe you on a job and you use your intelligence to work things to your advantage where you getting a raise or you getting favorable job assignments. That's intelligence. All of that is in the mind. All of that is in the mind. Now, if we focus it on just getting with women, what can you say to that woman? How can you stimulate? How can you show her your intelligence? Intelligence does matter to women. Guys don't think that, but it got to be that type of intelligence that stimulates her. See, a lot of guys who think it does, they think just because they can explain something to someone, they're intelligent. Like, I remember I had a detractor, actually on my Patreon. And he was talking about, he was trying to start some stuff, and he was talking about some rare type of shark. I bet you don't know about it. And I told him, no, I don't, because that has nothing to do with my life. I don't need to know. I don't live on a beach where this particular rare type of shark even lives or anything. I'm not getting in the water with that type of shark. What does that have to do with making money and navigating life? It has nothing to do with it, because that mental development, developing yourself, is making money, it's interacting with people, it's having knowledge of stuff. Is very key. Let's just be real out here. I'm just be blunt with it. Some people are just dumb. In fact, some people can't discuss anything outside of their profession or what they've been trained to do and stuff. So a man needs to develop that. He needs to develop that. That hits women on a different level. I've always talked about pimps and preachers hitting women on a certain level. Pimps are very intelligent. Yeah, the pimps I've met, they can go deep. People think they just some dumb, but they can go deep. That's part of their thing. Preachers, they doing their thing. An intelligent man who can stimulate women with his conversation, because part of the intelligence is even knowing how to present it and developing himself mentally and being able to hit on something deeper, something that can like get her attention. Boom, boom, And like I said, it's bigger than just, like I'm gonna keep saying, it's bigger than just getting the women. That's why I have a whole channel, Deep Thought. My whole Deep Thought channel, the whole purpose of that is to get you to think. And I've said several times, if you disagree with me, I don't mind that, because I'm not taking a definitive position on a lot of the stuff. I just want you to think. And if you got an argument against what I'm saying, just present it, and present an argument. Don't just have a sentence. See, one thing I'm gonna tell you one thing I don't like, because even on this channel, there's some people who've had some stuff who didn't agree with what I said, and they always say respectfully disagree. I always heart the comments. Anybody tell you, I heart the comments. If they don't attack and just say, well, this is how I see it, I'll be like, and I might say, well, okay, this is how I see it. And sometimes there's been a couple of times it's been agree to disagree. Now there's some detractors who will say, well, you don't like that. That's because they were personally insulting. You see, they leave that part out. I don't put up with that. I just want you to think, though, actually think and really back it up. See, here's the thing, even with that, if you're going to like present something, be able to argue your position and why. Because one thing I don't like is when somebody say something, then when I question them more, they can't answer. I don't like that. I don't like that. Even if I disagree, I don't like that. Be here to at least defend your position. But mental development is key. Now, I know some guys, they'll probably say something like, oh, women don't care about that. They got to talk to you, man. They got to talk to you. And honestly, the guys who say stuff like that, they haven't engaged women. And I'm going to tell you the truth, that's a big problem anyway. They haven't really engaged a woman. How many women have you talked to? Anybody who don't believe that? How many women have you talked, not said hi to, not try to approach, like sat down and had a conversation with? How many? I couldn't even tell you the number because it's been so many. It's been so many. And that's the one thing. If you can hit them, even if they disagree with you, if you can hit them why, look, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I know. If you hit them with it, I've seen women smile. I've had women who, they'd be totally against something I was saying. I'd be doing a seminar, something totally against it. And then give me their phone number afterwards. I remember I was at a seminar one time, the woman, she told me straight up, she didn't agree with anything I said, but she liked how I presented. She put her card in the lapel of my suit jacket. You know? And then just getting through life, you know, I'm big on sovereignty. You know, I got something coming tomorrow talking about sovereignty. You got to know what you're doing out here. You got to get your mind right. I don't care what it is. Like I said, if you got that fine woman, you still got to get that mind right to navigate in life. All right? So mental development is key. You know? If you know something about many subjects intelligently, oh, that's power right there. Knowledge applied is power. And then being able to think creatively, think out of the box. Because there's always going to be a situation there, and you right in the middle of it. You might not have that book right there to read or something. You know, and that's, you know, and just real quick, that comes from just life experience. You got to get out there. That's why I always tell guys. That's why even some guys who got some, you know, challenge something that I might say, I'll seriously ask them, how many women have you dealt with? How many women and stuff? Because let me just say this, a lot of stuff with women, you can have an intelligence about women. A lot of stuff ain't in the books or anybody's book, all right? So anyway though, mental development is key, all right? So I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.